Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. This is my post-market wrap-up for this Friday, January 5th, 2019. Look, I don't even know what to do here, laugh or cry. I have a lot of stuff I want to cover in this video. Let's start off with the basics. Good day on Wall Street, okay, whatever. Dow Jones Industrial Average finished up about 180 points. We had some cash actually come out of the bond market, which pushed the 10-year yield higher. Okay, what does this mean? I guess we'll have to see next week, and I will ponder this over the weekend. I will do my markets, a look ahead segment on Sunday. But let's talk about the story of stories today. The good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. The good is pretty straightforward. At least for 3 weeks, we're going to get a reopening of the government. People are going to start getting paid. And if you listen to what the president said today during his speech there in the Rose Garden, he made some good points. And I know I'm going to take flack for that, but I'm just giving you my opinion. I believe that the president made some good points. We also know, and it's as plain can be, I mean, it's gone freaking viral, that there is no money here for a border wall in any capacity. And a lot of people are saying, and this is literally like the shot that was heard around the world, Trump caved, Trump caved, Trump caved. Yeah, you can look at it like that. There's no doubt about it. And my phone started to explode after that as well. My email box and everything else you can think about. But look, this is what bothers me in this environment that we are in now. It's so twisted. Okay, I think we the people get it, and maybe the president did cave here. Okay, as all of you know, I don't go left, I don't go right, I am straight up the middle, and I'm willing to listen to anybody on either side. If they have a valid point, I will give it my ear and I will listen to what that person has to say. I'm no smarter than anybody else, none of us are. If you believe you're smarter than anybody else, no matter who they are, what side of the aisle they are, what color they are, what religion they are, or anything else, then you are deluded and you're missing out a lot in life. You always have to listen to both sides of an argument. That's the truth. You can't just pay attention to news you believe in or a point of view that you agree with. To grow in anything in life, you have to look at all perspectives. That's the truth. None of us are that smart. So with that said here, what got under my skin is after what I believe sounded to me like an honest take from the president, this is his opinion, on whatever might be going on the border, whether it's a crisis or not. He believes it's a crisis. Many people believe it is. And the statistics, forget about the statistics that you're being fist-fed here. It's kind of laughable. That's one thing that I really have to say. When you hear someone saying, well, the statistics say that, people are not coming through on the southern border, or drugs are not coming through down there, whatever it might be. Well, how do they know if the ones that are getting through are not even being counted? Because they don't even know they were there. So it's an asinine argument, but it's used all the time here. But what got under my skin today, big time, was the fact that Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi felt the need to go on national television and belittle the president and shame him, mock him as well. And not just him, everyone else who is of the same mindset. Now, again, you know where I stand here. I am straight up the middle. So when I see these kinds of things being played off of each other, I can sit back objectively and look at it. And I hate it. Politics is a disease. It really is. It should be treated as a disease. And this is where you have to ignore 90% of what's coming out here. But look, I think the people get it here. Did the president cave here? I think that's pretty obvious. But I do not see the need for Pelosi and Schumer to do what they did here, to get in here and mock him. Would President Trump have done the same thing to them? Probably, yeah. he probably would have. But that doesn't make it right either. It doesn't make it right either in my book. Look, we're all part of the same human race here. And if we do not embrace my 3 principles, you know what they are, and I'm going to say them at the end, love each other, care about each other, and be charitable, we're just done. All of us are. This 2-party system is poisoning people against each other. It's a horrible thing to watch. And today it played out in succession. It really did. So anyway, whatever your take is on what happened here, I think maybe we should all learn a little bit from what happened here and how to look at this from a more neutral perspective. And then you'll understand things a lot more clearly, I think, than they are now. You got to pull yourself away from being too far left, too far right, kind of get yourself in the middle and understand that there's obviously something much deeper and uglier going on underneath all of it. And again, I don't know. It just kind of bothers me when you kick someone when they're down. In my opinion, the president had a bad day. And I don't think it was right. And this is just my perspective. And I'm sure there are many of you out here that are very happy that Pelosi and Schumer came out and kicked him while he was down. I would never kick anyone while they were down. That's the truth. And that's how we should never be like that to each other. It's the truth. Anyway, with that said, I'm happy this week is over here. Let me add one more thing before I let you all go. And we're going to see how this plays out too. This is an event. What happened today, obviously, is occurred on the world stage, and China is watching. China's watching here, and the president right now needs a win with regard to a China trade deal. Now, again, they're both going to claim victory at one point. But China is going to use this as leverage here. They're going to say, look at what just happened here. Okay? And then, the whole thing with Pelosi dictating to the president where he can or cannot do his State of the Union. I guess it's going to be on now. But China's watching this. And they're going to use this. The Chinese people are ruthless. That's the truth. If history has taught us anything, they're smart, shrewd, and ruthless. They're going to use this against the president, in my opinion, to try to get more concessions out of him. The president needs a win or something that he can say is a win for the American people. 2 wins here, two big losses. If he takes a loss again, China's still going to drag it out, in my opinion. Because, again, they can wait. It's not like what happened with the people that were furloughed and the government shutdown and the airports and everything else. It's a different story, different ball game. So we have to hope that China doesn't figure out a way to really, in other words, to get the president to agree to things. They don't push him too hard. This is where I think we need the president to stand his ground. He has to stand his ground here. And I don't care if that means that businesses aren't going to be as profitable. I don't care if that means the stock market is going to take a hit here, or whatever it might be. The president needs to stand his ground. If the president gives in here too much on China, well, you can count on the fact that he's going to be a one-term president. And again, we unfortunately have to address this issue again in 3 weeks. I don't see, at least at this point here, the Democrats, they got the president where they want him, and they know it. And that's why Pelosi and Schumer came out and were kicking him, and I mean kicking him, when he was down today. Disgusting in my view. And I can say that because I am not left, I am not right, I am straight up the freaking middle. Just like every single one of you should be too. But you do what you want. With that said, people, I am going to leave you off with what I always say, because none of this matters. None of it. Unless we can embrace my 3 basic principles that I say every single Friday. Love each other, care for each other, and be charitable. That's it. We're responsible for each other. We really are. We got nothing else in this sick, twisted, upside down world. I love all of you. I mean it from the heart. I'll see you on Sunday for my markets. I'll look ahead segment.